Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Mastering the Law of Attraction. I'm your coach, Coach Renz. And today I came into the gym and I wanted to talk to you guys while I'm in here because the moment it just hit me. And when things hit me, I just got to get it out. Why? Because that goes into what I'm talking about. I'm talking about momentum. I'm talking about potential. I'm talking about kinetic energy. I'm talking about Isaac Newton's law of, for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. But more importantly, I'm talking about the lie that you're told, and don't worry about the how to do things. Let me go ahead and just knock that out the box right now. For those of you who want to take a spiritual look at it, and not that I'm promoting Christianity or any other anities or isms, but here's the deal. Yeshua told, he didn't just tell his disciples, hey, just go out and preach what I taught you, just go out and do what I showed you. No, he gave them the how. He told them to go to and wait for the day of Pentecost. Then he told them to go out to all the land of Judea, then to the Samaritans, and then to all the nations. So he was giving them the how. And I can go through many other places in the Bible with the how. Abraham was given a how. Isaac given a how. Everybody was given a how. So why is it that you are not supposed to have a how? Here's the deal. Anything you do right now, you have your goals. You said that 2017 is going to be your year, and it can be your year. I'm not saying that it can't. It can be your year. But you have got to understand this law of momentum, how other laws come around, how other things are affected by it, and then get involved with it. The thing about it is that this, the law of momentum, which I don't know if anybody's ever used this before in this way, but I don't care. It's my own thoughts. The law of momentum is basically this. You are potential energy. Your potential energy right now, just like a snowball sitting on top of a mountain. You can become an avalanche. It's possible. But you have to get started. You have to start rolling down that hill to start that avalanche, to get everything else to come into concert with you, to be able to attract other pieces of snow, rock, stone, trees, everything else to fall with you. But the difference between a snowball and you is that you have mind, the power of mind, the power to change, the power to be driven, the power to change course. And if you don't use that power, then just like a snowball that gets started down the hill, if you hit the first obstacle of a tree and you're not strong enough, then guess what? Your run is over. You're done. So if you don't want to be done, you have to have the ability to guide yourself around obstacles, over obstacles, through obstacles, until you become strong enough to just rampage through anything that comes your way. But most of the time, we can't do this alone. Would you dare to tell your teenage child to get in a car and just believe that you can drive and don't worry about the how? Of course not. You would teach them the mechanics of the car, how to drive, the laws of the road. You would send them to go get their license so that you have ensured that they know how to drive. You would do all these things to make sure that they know how. If you owned a company, you were starting a company, would you just open the doors, or would you have processes? How are you going to take care of the customers? How are you going to get your product in, keep your inventory? How are you going to process your money, do your funds? No, you're going to have a how. You have a how in your marriage, you have a how in your life, in every other aspect of your life. You go to your job, you have a how to do your job. So why is it that you think that your goals, your blessings, should just fall into your lap? It's not going to happen. You walk into this gym, and if you don't have a how, you don't know how to work out, and you see somebody doing squats, and you say, oh, I'm going to go do squats too. But you get up there, you don't know what you're doing. Your knees are going ahead of your toes. You're going below you're squatting your butt below your knee. You got the weight pressed on your spine. You're setting yourself up for so many injuries because you don't know the how. You didn't get the training for the how. You're just in here trying to do things without knowing what you're doing. But in the same way, you can't be a person that comes into the gym and say, I'm just here to get my blessing, get my health, and you're not doing anything. You're just standing here waiting for it to just happen, and it won't happen that way. You have to get started. You have to move. You have to move that potential energy into the kinetic energy. You have to exert some energy so that you can get the return that Isaac Newton was talking about. But the law of momentum says that once you get started, once you start putting it into effect, you're going to get a greater return. Just like the farmer who plants a seed, you may plant one seed of corn, but you're going to get many stalks of corn coming up. So you're going to get more than what you put out. Not an equal amount, but you're going to get more. And that's what you want to go for. That's the goal that you want to achieve, is to have more. But guess what? You're not going to get that more without the how. When I left my family's house, I didn't know anything about finances. I didn't know the how of finances. So I got myself into serious debt, all kind of problems and issues. It wasn't until I was in so much pain that I was forced to go out and find the how. And once I found that how, I've been able to always, no matter what the situation, no matter what issues come up, if it knocks me down for a little bit, I can always get back up because I know the how of it. I don't sit around and just say, please let my credit score go up. Please let me make more money. Please let me get my finances under control. Sure, I pray about it, but what I don't do is sit around and don't do anything about it. And then the fact of the matter is that as life has changed, I've had to change my how. I went out and got different coaches for different time frames in my life so that I can maneuver in my how. You have to be able to do that. If you don't, the law of momentum will never kick in for you. And the beauty of the law of momentum is that once you build it up enough, once you got enough strength, once you got enough things coming around you to drive it, then you become that avalanche. You become an avalanche down a mountain that nothing can stop, that nothing can penetrate, that everything moves out of your way. That when you see those movies when the birds just start flying away because they can feel it and hear it, troubles and spirits and demons and issues start moving out of your way because they can hear it and they can feel it. You got to get yourself into that state. Guess what? Unlike the avalanche, you can be driven. You can be maneuvered around different things, around different obstacles when you're getting started. And then later on, you become that avalanche. It doesn't happen right off the bat. So, what I want you to do, I want you to share this video. I want you to share it. I want you to like it. If you're on Facebook, share it. Subscribe to the page. Become a follower of the page. Maximum Laws of Attraction. If you're on YouTube, I want you to subscribe. But more importantly, I want you to go get help. Whatever your goal is, I want you to go get help. I want you to get a coach. I want you to get somebody who can come alongside you and help you. Whether you're doing my program, all right, whether you're doing my program or not, my 360-degree transformation program, my fitness program, whether you're doing my program or not, that doesn't matter. Go get help. Go get somebody who can teach you, somebody who can help you through this, who can be that person that gives you the wisdom and the accountability to be able to achieve whatever it is you set yourself up for, whatever goals you have, whatever you're praying about. Because guess what? No amount of prayer alone is going to bring it about. No amount of just focusing on the goal is going to bring it about. No amount of vision boards is going to bring it about. Sure, they're all helpful. They all have their place. But they're just one part of the puzzle, one part of the solution. You want this thing to come about in your life? Guess what? You got to get all the parts that's required in order for it to work. You don't get all the parts, it doesn't work. It's like trying to drive a car with no engine, right? It's like driving a car, you got the engine but no tires. It doesn't work without that. It's trying to start an avalanche, but you have no snow. You have no rocks, no loose rocks. You can't have an avalanche on Stone Mountain in Atlanta, Georgia. Why? Because it's just one big rock of stone. You got to have the right parts in the right place. And you have all of that because your greatness is non-negotiable and so is mine. And share this video. Share it viral. Share it.